Yo, Google Skillshop. What did we learn yesterday? Okay, well, we started a new article or activity, and this one was about ad assets, I believe. Assets, right? Yes, ad assets. I think they're talking specifically about site links and images in this article, but not exactly sure yet. It adds more information, um, more potentially user engagement. We're going to look at some more benefits today, but makes your ad larger on the screen, which draws more attention, gets more user engagement, adds more relevancy, um, more information. Okay. We also finished an activity then on responsive search ads, using AI to have something along the lines of using AI powered ads. Responsive search ads allows AI to serve up what they predict to be the best combination of headlines and descriptions, to get the best results for you based on all the signals they're getting from the user, from the time of day, from the query intent, conversion signals, etc. We got some best practices. There was a bunch, but it comes down to being like, don't be repetitive with your headlines or descriptions. Make sure they can stand on their own because they can be mixed and matched randomly. Um, Present or showcase USPs, that is, um, USPs. What are these? These are like specific, product specific, product selling points, unique selling points, USPs. Um, Use call to action language. Yeah, I think that's most of it. Maybe there was something about how. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Let's see. Okay, so ad assets. Provide more information about business offer, enhance user engagement. Cool, we got that. Oh man, but there was a lot more in there. I just barely take a glance. Ad strength versus asset performance. So ad strength is a predictive tool on Google that will tell you what they think how strong your ad will be based off of a couple criteria, such as the diversity, like the number of headlines and descriptions you give, the diversity of them, the keywords used, etc. Right. It was like this was where the conversion thing came in. Like on average, people that go from poor ad strength to excellent ad strength see a 9% increase in conversions, I think. Um, Asset performance is similar. However, it's actually something that's not predictive. It's actually like reflective. So once you get some data, it will tell you how well certain assets, headlines, descriptions have been doing, based on actual data. So let's check. That's basically what we're looking for. Ad strength. Yep. So it doesn't influence ad rank. Ad rank is what determines ad position, but still important. So as you can see, 9% increase on average for conversions. Basically, asset performance tells how well or poorly assets in the ad are performing. Got that. Best practices: don't have headlines that repeat too similar. CTAs, USPs. Keyword insertion. So this is something I wasn't exactly sure on. I think this may just be like when you're in ad editor creating headlines, descriptions, or editing headlines, descriptions. It kind of gives you keyword suggestions, but it's called keyword insertion. Dynamically updates ad text with keywords used to target your ads. So something just to keep in mind. I'll just write a note here, find keyword insertion tool. Okay. So I've been also just writing out a bunch of questions. This is the second page of questions I have, second piece of paper. So whenever I get a question I'm not exactly sure on, I write it down. And so then my brain's primed to find it. And when I'm done taking the course, I'll go and answer all these to my best of my ability. And I just added like find keyword insertion tool. So by the end, I'll just go and find that to make sure I know where it is. I can do that with other stuff, but that one's fine for now. All right, that's that. So now we're back up to date on recalls from yesterday. Now what we do is go and read more from the Skillshop course, and then I'll be back to recall. So I'll be back in a sec. All right, we're talking about ad assets. Okay, here we go. So other than increasing engagement, user engagement, and relevancy, whatever relevancy means, just like how important or like meaningful it is to them, there's other benefits of including ad assets. And that includes makes it stand out, which leads to higher click-through rates. Like it's bigger, stands out more, leads to more conversions and better, higher quality conversions because they have more information up front. So they decide to click on your link or not based on more information. And third benefit of image assets, additional benefit is it was basically cheaper cost per lead, so drive efficiency. So you can get lower cost per click, and cost per click and cost per conversion because you can potentially go into lower ad positions but stand out more, which means you don't have to bid for higher positions and you can still get the same amount or more conversions with a lower ad position. So it drives efficiency. Okay, so those are some of the benefits. Then we started talking about a whole bunch of different stuff. We talked about business information, which is your business logo and name, and that's been shown to improve. Like if you have logo and name, it seems to improve like conversions. You get like whatever, like 8% more conversions or something. So that's just a great way to add more assets, more information, make it stand out more efficient. Then we talked about dynamic images, which are dynamic images are this account level setting in which you can have Google basically parse through your landing page and pull images and decide which image to use to help drive performance, which is basically like responsive search ads, but with image. And it showed, like they said, for top position, having an image from static image or dynamic image can increase click-through rate by like up to 10%. So big, massive jump. It's usually a 1.1 or a 1:1 or a 1.9 to 1 image ratio, and it also is clickable, just like the final URL link. I think that's basically everything we just read about. So actually, one other thing. Basically, assets are essentially like responsive search ads. They are. They don't show on every auction. They show when AI, Google machine learning, predicts that it will be boost performance. And images are becoming more and more relevant on the actual like mobile search and like computer-based search experience. So that's all of that. We get some more time to keep reading. I'll be back in a little bit. Wrapping up for today, we just read that basically Google recommends to use both image assets and dynamic image together, to pair them together for best results. And image assets will have extreme priority over dynamic images, however. So it's a little confusing why they would recommend both, but maybe it's just to cover your bases. Seems like dynamic image is a backup then. Then we got some image best practices. They say like only use images that are relevant to the query or ad group, not just random images. Then recommends 4 unique images per ad group, with actually 8, but 4 images and then 2 placements for each, 1:1 and 1.9 1:1. And then to have the most important info in the center, 80% of the image. Okay. That's everything for today. Whew. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. See ya.